Okay. Okay, guys. I'm here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome to my first live stream vlog where I talk about what I've been up to in the past year. I am Yolanda, and I am locating cozy. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching it now or in the future, and for coming and checking it out. And I do hope that you can walk away with some great information. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Can you post in the comments to make sure that you can see me and that you can also hear me? Let's see. If I can stop this music now. Okay, so let's see here. Action comment show. Um, I'm hoping I see a couple people in there, but if you could just like confirm if you can actually hear me, I'd appreciate it. And if I'm actually live right now. Let's see here. Showing you this example. So this is my first time, guys. So just FYI, yeah, this is my first time ever going live. So we're gonna work out the kinks. You're gonna work out the kinks with me, and I'm here. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me properly. And if not, I need to go figure out what the heck is going on. So bear with me just a second. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Okay. First of all, let me mute this. Okay. So for some reason, the comments are not showing up on the streamline. So I'm looking over here to, okay. Thank you very much, sweetie. That's all I needed to know. Thank you, Danica. Okay. All right. So hey, everybody. And thanks a lot for joining me today. And as I go live for the first time and see, go back to the chat view. That's not it. No, that's not it. Okay. It's not. Okay. Well, this is frustrating because I can't see create a public view. I can hear and see you perfect. Okay. Well, then we're going to have to do it a different way because for some reason it's not showing me the chat in here, like on the live studio, and I don't know why. So I'm going to do this a different way. Okay. So we're just going to go with the flow and we'll work out the rest later on. So anyways, so the reason why I wanted to go ahead and do this particular live is because one, I hate editing. I just do. And just when you're actually like pre-recording, you have to worry about any imperfections. Thank you very much. Actually, I guess I need to go ahead and mute my phone because everybody's letting me know they can hear me okay since the chat screen is not working right. So I'll go ahead and mute my phone now. Anyways, so I wanted to go ahead and just do this live and talk about what I've been up to. And I didn't want to have to worry about going back and editing. So you get to see me flaws and all. Okay, cool. But I just wanted to, yeah, share. It's been amazing. If you don't know, well, I am Yolanda. I am locating cozy. I started this journey back in September of 2022, where I did my first, well, I first heard about this wonderful world of, well, just giving yourselves better options. Um, changing the trajectory of your life and getting out of that burnout where you feel like you're supposed to be working yourself. Well, I felt like I was working myself to death, just about. Um, and then I found out when I started doing some research, I found out about pet sitting, and I'm like, I can do that. I think I can do that. And so I did. I did my first pet sit in November 22. I was living in Dallas, and I came down to back home to Houston, my home area, my home city area, and I did my first pet sit for Thanksgiving while I was down there visiting family for the holidays. And after that, a couple of months later, I gave up my apartment. In January of 2023, I gave up my apartment and I started pet sitting full time and visiting my daughter a little bit here in Spain, and actually just kind of pet sitting all around. I have a video about some of the pet sits, like I did a pet sit in Morocco, and I will post that in the chat. But yeah, I did a pet sit in Morocco, and I've done pet sits in California. I have two pet sits coming up here in Spain. I'll get to that in a minute, and I'm really excited. So today, we're talking about what just some of the challenges that I experienced. I've been in Spain now since April 9th, and it's been, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so thankful, but also there's been some challenges. It was rough. It was kind of hard. You have to go through it to get to it. I believe in that, but it was kind of rough at first, just trying to get everything in order and staying as organized as possible. And I am not a very I'm a procrastinator. I guess I work best under pressure. But there's a lot of stuff that I hate that I did put off for a while, and it left me kind of stressed leading up to the last like 30 days before I actually left the States, before I left Texas. But all in all, it's been I wouldn't change a thing. Well, I would be more organized, but I wouldn't change a thing as far as my decision to um, leave and come here to be one closer to my daughter who lives here along with my one grandchild, and it's just amazing. I do want to say first of all, hello to those that are here, and D from H&D Abroad, Katie, hi, Maya, hi, thanks for joining. And yeah, let's get started. I would like to know where I'm now in Spain. I left again. I left Texas on April 9th. Where is everyone at? Where are you located? Uh, Pretty much, you can give me like a, I don't need your home address. Like what city or state are you in? I would love to know that. Yeah, D, I know that you're like in DC right now, I believe, because you're like on a pet sit. Don't mean to put all your business out there, but I do believe that's what you're up to. All right, Katie's in Houston. Hi. Let's see. Okay, in Raleigh, North Carolina. I have some family in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So let's see here. Uh-uh. So I have my I'm still mad that I can't figure out how to see the chat in here. I mean, I can see it again on YouTube. I'm just on my YouTube channel, but it's still bothering me. Of course, what did I really think everything was just going to go really, really smoothly? Of course not. So, one of the things that sorry. Let's back up. Hold on. I know you're watching right now. Hopefully you're already subscribed, but if you are not, oh, okay, she has some family in Fayetteville too. Okay. If you have not subscribed, please do make sure you hit that like button for this live, for this vlog, and also make sure you subscribe, okay, and get that notification bell so you know the next time I post. Well, the next time I go live, because that's my goal now. I don't want to have to worry about editing. So I plan on going live at least once a week. All right. All right. So um, I some of the challenges of relocating. Okay, so um, one of the first things that I had to really be concerned about was so I had to one get legal documents together. So I'm not going to go into all the details of what kind of visa I'm applying for, or what's the ins and outs of the visa. That's for another video. But I am applying for what they call the family reunification visa, and that is because I have family here. I have legal family here in Spain. My daughter is married to a person that is a legal citizen of Spain. Um, and so, hi there, hi gallivanting grandma. Okay, hello, Diamond. Um, so I am actually applying for a visa under family reunification, and even though technically you don't start that process until you get to Spain, and I have an attorney now that I'm working with and getting all the documentation to him. So we can start the visa application process here, but there's a lot of paperwork that had to be done beforehand. Now, I did not have to go to the Spanish consulate in the States, but there were like I did need to go ahead and get the documents and everything. So there was no, I guess, pre-check thing in the United States where I had to go to the consulate and turn in any kind of paperwork. But I did have to go through and get my background check, the federal background check. I did have to go and get what else did I have to get? My goodness. Well, I had to get birth certificates, and all the things that you usually have to get um, um, to start the visa application process. And then I had to, what else did I have to get? Let me check and see. I'm going to go and look into my little cheat sheet here to see what else I had to get. Oh, I had to get the medical certificate. I had to get a very specific one because I am coming here and trying to get to my visa, but I'm under the age where the parents can actually come on. I think for the family reunification, and please don't take this as any kind of legal advice, okay? Just saying that right now. But I think you have to be the parents of a Spanish citizen or resident here has to be, I think, 62 or 65, and I am not. So there's some special steps that has to be made. Again, I'm not going to go into all that because I haven't got my visa yet, but there is a process that's involved, and I'm going through an attorney so I don't mess it up. Um, I also had to get, yeah, my daughter's birth certificate. I had to get, what else? Uh, yeah, it's like for my family here, they have to like show that they can actually house me here as necessary. I just have to have proof that somebody's looking out for me because, I have to. Anyways, so that was the whole process. Now, with that, I had to, some people will go because you have to get the documents apostilled in the state, and you can send it off to like whatever your capital and get it and send it off to be apostilled. But I decided to just go ahead and um, go ahead and go to Austin to get it done directly. And actually, it was what I did was I got a pet sit in Austin, so I'd have like not have to worry about accommodations. And then hold on, I'm trying to see. Hey. Um, and so then I just went to the Secretary of State. I think that's what it was, the Secretary of State Office for Apostles. And you just go there and you can get it done. And I was literally in and out. I got there at like 9 and I was out by like 10. I was in and out. And that was with me making a mistake. You still have to get some of the documents certified, and so they directed me to go to the UPS store that was really close by, and that particular location knew the exact document that needed to be certified. Um, and then you bring it back, and then they apostille it. So that entire process of me parking, paying the parking meter, uh, going in, there was like maybe 3 people ahead of me, being rejected, going back, a couple of blocks to get in my car to drive around to get it done, to go to the UPS store, and then coming back, it took me about an hour. So for me, it was worth it. For some, as a matter of convenience, it's easier to send it to the state. I want to say a Secretary of State. I know that might not be right, but anyways, I got it done, and I felt very confident with that. Now, what I didn't know until I got here was I thought that you had to physically turn it into like the consulate here, or excuse me, whatever the government here to start your visa application. And my attorney was like, no, just send me pictures, just take pictures of all the documents and then we upload it. So the way that the apostle looks on the document that I got from Texas, it's like they put the pages like the top page and then the bottom page so that the bottom page is just a little bit lower so the stamp is on both pages. So I thought it was something extremely official, and I was scared to like take the stapler out and take it apart, and the attorney was like, girl, just take pictures of every page and send it to me and we're good. So that's what I've done. And yeah, so that's where I am with, just trying to get all the required documents to the attorney so I can start this process. Now, once the attorney actually submits that paperwork, I can't leave the country. I can't leave Spain. And he said that it could take 5 to 6 months. Um, with that, I was told by my attorney, and I'd actually been doing some other research, is because technically I was coming to Spain as a tourist, that I needed to have a return ticket back, like after the 90 days. And the concern was that once I get to the airport and go, like, arrive in Spain and um, going through customs, that they might ask, "What is your return ticket? When are you leaving?" So I got a return ticket. I'll just say I got a return ticket. That's it for now. But uh, they didn't ask me any questions. They were like, "Come on in." So I'm here. We're getting ready to start the process, and that's it. I would like to know, um, where are some of you considering moving to? Diamond, I know you're already out here in all the streets. So where's your next step, Diamond? And who's planning on moving to, I don't know, hoping to move to Mexico or to Africa or I don't know, Panama? Who's planning on moving someplace different? I'm waiting on Dee to bring her and her husband over here to Spain so y'all can like do some more scouting over here in Zaragoza. Let's see. Okay. I went to Mexico. I did 2 months in Mexico from December, I wanna say like 8th or 9th, and I stayed for 2 months, Costa Rica, Zaragoza. Yes, 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 D. Um, I did, 2 months in Mexico, and I came back February 17th. I just came back, like, February 17th of this year. I had 3 pet sits. My first pet sit in Mexico, first time ever in Mexico, I, um I had a month-long pet sit in Puerto Vallarta, and let me tell you something. I had quite a few people was like, "Well, what about the holidays? Well, what about Christmas? Well, what are you gonna do for New Year's Eve?" And I'm like, "I will be in Puerto Vallarta. What are you talking about? That what?" Yes. So, yeah, Diamond is just yeah, she is gallivanting everywhere. Wow, okay. But, yeah, so Mexico, I am so thankful to be here in Spain right now, and I love Spain. And this is my fifth time here, and the fourth time I was like, I need to figure out some things because this is game changer for me. But Mexico, yes, has a very special place in my heart. Um, I did 1 month in Puerto Vallarta. It was a wonderful experience. Rashida actually said Mexico City is better. And At the time, I was still experiencing Puerto Vallarta, so I was like, "Ah, you don't know what you're talking about." And then I got to Mexico City, and now I understand. Mexico City is where I want to be now. Uh, it's my next step. It's my future step for some goals for next year. Hi, Linda. Hi there. I'm so glad that you made it, Dr. Linda. To Kende, and tell me if I'm saying that wrong. Travel. Anyways, I'm glad that you made it in. But yes, Mexico has my heart, but that's some goals for next year. Okay. So um so everybody has their goals. Everybody's working on, yeah, working on your plan. Work the plan. Please stop. If you're procrastinating, I'm going to say this now. Stop procrastinating. Please stop procrastinating. Just just start initiating. Just make some efforts. They might be little small things that well, you might consider them small, but they build up to big things that allows you to make some big changes. Um, I speak from what I speak of what I know. I am a procrastinator, but once I actually had my mindset that this is what I want to do, I had to start building checklists and start doing research and getting information. And it was a year from the time I decided that I was going to do this up until I actually left. It was a year, and it seemed like the longest freaking year, and everything was going great, and I was busy and pet sitting and doing all the wonderful things and having meetups with other women from Exodus Summit. It was wonderful, but if you're a procrastinator, just start initiating. It's time just to initiate, to make some steps. You won't regret it. You'll have some, I don't know, moments, but in the end, because you're doing something that you're really passionate about and that you really feel like is going to better your life, you won't regret it in the end. I don't believe so, at least. So, all right. If anybody knows me, my personality is very much squirrel. So if I go off topic, it is what it is. That's just how I roll. So y'all gonna roll with me. So one of the things that I did want to talk about that leading up to me leaving was letting stuff go. I actually did a video. I'm going to put it in the comments if I can possibly. I hope that you guys will be able to see it since I can't tell. But yeah, just about letting stuff go because I got rid of my apartment. Like I said, over a year ago, back in January 2023, and I literally had some pretty new stuff. I had some nice stuff, but I had to let go because I felt like whatever I was about to experience, um, I just had to let some things go and just know that, you know what, you'll be okay. You don't need to pay for me, I didn't need to put everything in storage or put it in somebody's garage or something. I still got a storage, but it was a small, like I think I got a 5 by 10 storage. That's what I have right now. And but I let stuff go, and it's a hard thing to do for a lot of people because they're memories. I still have my pictures, don't get me wrong. I didn't get rid of pictures and things like that. But a lot of furniture, I had a new TV, that stuff I let go of. And I can't imagine like having that for me, I can't imagine having that burden of like, "Oh, well, I can't move because I still have stuff." For some people right now are like, they're selling their homes. They're just letting go. They're like, "Bye," or doing something else. That's not everybody's journey. That's not everybody's mission. But um, it, you have to acknowledge. I call it mourning what you're letting go of, whether it's something physical that's tangible or something that is something that's not physical, something that's maybe just a memory or maybe maybe somewhere where you're from, there's some fond memories of somebody's home or some experiences that you've had that you don't want to walk away from because of the fond memories. Those memories will still be with you. They're still there. um, but you have to really do a true assessment of what you can let go of to let in whatever this new experience will be. I hope that helps somebody. But with that, there, I'm gonna post in the see if I can post this in the chat. And here is the link for the video that I did. Oh God, that was probably like a year ago. It's like moving on the emotions of giving up. Um, let's see if I can do this. Doesn't support comments on private chat. Wait a minute. Oh, that's why. Okay. I did not make. Okay, hold on. That's why. I figured it out. Public. Please edit start time. Oh, gosh, really? Okay. Well, I figured out why this wasn't working because I had it, even though it's public on YouTube, it's not, it's private on StreamYard and it won't let me change it now. So that's disappointing. Oh well, lesson learned. Okay, so let's see. Can I put comments in here? I believe I can. I don't know if I can put my actual link in there, but anyways, it's from a year ago. I am learning a lot right now. Okay. I have some of my kids are in here right now, so I'm excited about that. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which was a big challenge for me, and if anybody knows me, they know that what it was, is like what to do with my car. With me moving to Spain, I had just bought my car in I want to say like February of 22. I had just bought my car. And so it was still a relatively new car. And I was like, what do I do? Because literally for me to sell this car, I was still going to be upside down about maybe $5,000. And that was so hard because I've never been upside down on a car before. And, but I knew that if I'm planning on being gone, usually like if I leave for a couple of months, I'll just, you know, I kept my car and I just like give it to like a family member to just use while I was out of the country. Like when I went to Mexico, I uh my daughter kept my car and I was like I still had to, I was still paying the car note and everything was no big deal. But yeah, now that I'm gone, I was like, okay, do I want to continue to keep paying the car note on this car just because I don't want to be upside down? And I'm like, well, with the car note plus insurance, you're not going to be driving the car. Why are you still going to be paying all this money every month? That just makes no sense. So I made the executive decision to go ahead and let the car go. I literally I went through CarMax, got my quote like the week before, because like maybe a couple of years ago, I made a good little sum of money when I when I sold my car during the pandemic, and I was going to Spain. I was supposed to be gone for 6 months, and I made some good change. That is long gone. Before, when you went to CarMax, you like a couple of years ago during the pandemic, I think the quote that they gave you was good for, I think, 30 days. Yeah, no longer. Yeah, that's not happening anymore. Now, like, you get a quote through CarMax and it's good for 7 days. So I had to like time it just right. I also checked with my daughter. Um, I also checked with Carvana, and they were offering like $4,000 less than CarMax. So I went the Saturday before I was to be leaving to come to Spain, and got in there. Everything was great. They confirmed. They were like, yes. They checked out the car. They're like, okay, now you can go ahead and we'll go ahead and buy this off. And I went ahead and paid the difference. Now, you can either I went ahead and paid the difference to my finance company of between what CarMax was offering and what I actually owed. I went ahead and just paid the difference. But I found out also you can actually, through CarMax, whatever the difference is that they're not covering, you could pay them directly also. So you don't necessarily have to pay your finance company. You can do everything through CarMax. I didn't know that 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 day. But anyways, the problem was that the finance company, because I had done my financing through my credit union, or through a credit union, they were closed that Saturday. It was a small credit union, and they were closed that Saturday. So I literally could not sell my car that day. I couldn't unload it. So my wonderful daughter, who lives in Houston, I had to sign some paperwork to give her power of attorney to finalize the deal on that Monday. Um, yeah, so that was a challenge trying to get that done and make because one, I didn't want to sell my car any earlier because I needed to use it. I'm in Houston. I was in Houston. Yeah, I was not going to be Ubering around. I needed the car until the very last minute. So, just trying to figure out the logistics with that was a challenge. It was just the icing or the crap on the cupcake at the end when at the last minute when they were like, no, we can't take your car. So I kept my car until the Monday morning that I left to go catch my flight, and my daughter took care of the rest. So thank goodness for her for handling all of that. So has anybody, I don't know if anybody else has had to sell like a car or anything that they had like issues with selling something at the in their time of transitioning or getting ready to move. What have you had to get rid of or had problems deciding if you were going to get rid of or keep it? I would love to know. Mhm. Let's see here. Ain't nobody selling nothing yet? I'm the only one? So, while I wait to see if anybody has, like, had things that they're considering selling, I'm just gonna go ahead and go on to the next, thing that had me kind of up in arms. We went over the legal requirements and things like that, letting go of stuff, definitely. Um, to store or not to store. So, I have a storage. I still have my storage. It's not we're not gonna name the person who had the storage in California that, was like serious. But um, I had a lot of, well, let me take that back. I got rid of most of my stuff last year when I let go of my apartment. But I did have a lot of things. Now, my thinking was that since I'm getting ready to leave the country, hopefully for quite a while, I would actually just downsize my storage. Now, some people are like, why didn't you just get rid of your storage and put your leftover stuff in, a family member's garage or whatever? I paperwork. There are certain things that I'm just like, I just want to keep it in my storage unit. Now, I did plan on downsizing from a 510, 5 by 10 to a 5 by 5, and I had some of my besties and some family that came by, and I just said, just take it, just take it all, please. But let me see what's going on here. Oh, hi. Hi, Lisa, my walking group in Mexico. Okay, Miss Vice. Yeah. Anyways, wow. Hey. So, what I did was I went to the storage unit place and I said, okay, I would like to downsize from my 5 by 10 to my to a smaller unit. And they said, and I was paying like $65, something like that, almost $70 a month for my 5 by 10. And the lady said, oh, okay, well, that'll be 90. It was like almost $100 a month to downsize to a 5 by 5. And I was like, that makes no sense. And she said, well, you got that unit, the 5 by 10, on special. So it was a promo. So now is 90 something. I said, was there a promo for the 5 by 5? Of course there is. But you have to be a new a new customer there. You have to like, yeah, you have to be new. That just I'm here already, and they don't wanna, like, help the existing customers, they wanna bring in the new business. So anyways, I was going to go ahead and move my stuff to another storage unit, and my sister-in-law was actually gonna help me, just get everything, because like, maybe it would've been, like, 2 carloads in my I had, like, a an Equinox, and, it would've been, like, 2 carloads. So my sister-in-law came and she said, "I help you." But when I went to the other place to go ahead and get another storage at another location, it was like with the fees and the, insurance that was going to be $12 a month, I would have been saving maybe $5. So I just left my stuff. I just left it. I kept my original storage. I'll take care of the rest of that when I come back, hopefully next year, um, and figure out what I'm going to do from there. But it just wasn't worth it. I had other things going on, and it just wasn't that important to me. I did get rid of a lot of stuff though. One of my friends, I had I think it was a power drill, and she was like, "Don't you wanna bring that with you to Spain?" And I was like, "I they have power drills in Spain. I and yeah, I don't want that's heavy." That was, it was one of those good I forget the name brand, but it was a very good quality, power drill with the bits and everything. It's the green one. I can't remember the name of it right now. Anyways, um there was just that lack of understanding, like, I really don't need to carry a power drill with me. Some people, when they are moving to a different country, especially if they have, a whole family, they need to, like, ship everything with them. I was going for the bare necessities. But all in all, I am, uh I still have my storage. It's pretty bare now because I did bring a lot of stuff over. Um, uh I brought over like, was it 5 suitcases? 5 suitcases, yeah. 3 I had shipped, I'll get to that in a second. Let's see here. Mm. When I transitioned, I sold everything, house possessions within it and my okay. Oh, okay, alright, so yeah, Lisa, Miss Vaisha, she got rid of everything. She was just like, "Yeah, I'm done." Yeah, and it really does kind of, I don't wanna speak in broad terms, let me just say this, but it really did kinda just there was a release. There was a definite release that, "Okay, you don't have to worry about that. You're gonna let this go because whatever is about to happen now, your next moves that you're making now, um, you're making the best moves that's going to improve your life." Um, and that's just how I looked at it. So yes, to let go, was I upset about the car and being upside down $5,000? Yes, I was, of course. But also, I'm okay. Yeah, just to know that yes, I had to go ahead and dip into some funds and go ahead and get that cleared off. But that same day, I went through and let go of my contacted my insurance company. It's like cut, yeah, I'm not paying that crazy amount anymore. Also, let me just give some of you a little clue that I just found out. I didn't do this with my car that I sold back in, I think, 2021. Yeah, 2021. But I've learned this. If you sell your car, um, um, and you're still making payments on it, make sure you follow up regarding the warranties that you had on there because you should be getting reimbursed for any warranty balances that are left over. There's like 3 different ones. There was like the bumper to bumper, it was like 3 different things that I now have to go back and get, reimbursed because it was part of the financing, when I got the car. So and I will try to, like I'll go back later on and put the items in there that I needed to actually see about getting reimbursed, for, since the car is paid off, but they make it hard. Um, when I contacted the warranty company, they were like, "Oh, well, you have to send in an email and show that it's been sold, and also we need to have the mileage that was on the car. We have to have some kind of proof of mileage, and then you have to send the email, and then send us your correct address so we can mail you a check." Yeah. So they're just not gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, we'll get that money to you right away." You have to work to get your money back. And I didn't know this a couple of years ago, and I left money on the table. Um, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm getting my money back, every nickel and dime. So let's see. Um, the Yeah, I'm still upset about that because it's on my list. I'm just thinking about it now. It's like it's on my list of things to do. And I have a whole checklist of things that I need to do, and that's on there. And I think CarMax did not send me. I had to get the documentation. My daughter sent me the documentation from the sale of the car, but like CarMax, like they didn't email me anything. So, anyways, it's just on my list of things to do, and I haven't done it yet, but I will be doing it this month. Most definitely. I'm getting my money back. Okay, the next thing I was going to talk about was yeah, my luggage situation. That was stressful because I knew that I needed to, you know, bring more than just a couple of things over. I'm going to be here. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to be maneuvering all of this luggage? And, some people were like, well, just ship it. And I've heard about send my bag. And they were like, this cheaper that way, but I had never heard of it besides people. I had never heard of it before. So I'm not trusting, this information that I'm getting. I'm thinking that people are just talking out the side of their necks and they don't know what they're talking about. Okay. So in my mind, I was like, well, I was trying to see if send my bag once I found out about it. I was like, okay, maybe they can come and pick up my luggage from the airport when I get to Spain, and then they could bring it to my daughter's house in Zaragoza. And yeah, they can't come to the airport and pick up anything. No, because I was just trying to figure out how to not be lugging around and looking like an idiot, lugging around 5 pieces of luggage. It was just me. So then I was like, well, maybe my daughter that lives in Zaragoza can take a train into Madrid to meet me, and then she can help me get all this luggage in. Then I was going to put it in like a luggage storage locker place overnight and just come back by train a couple of days after getting to Zaragoza, getting to Spain and going to Zaragoza, and then, coming back and getting it. And after doing some research, I found out that send my bag and how it works. The thing was this. It was a lot cheaper, or not as expensive as like if you tried to send it via FedEx or UPS or DHL. I went online just to get a quote to see. It was 3 pieces. I was going to start with 2 pieces of luggage, and um, I soon after decided that I needed to do uh, 3 pieces of luggage. So I ordered some duffel bags because one, my luggage is on its last leg. But my red luggage, yeah, my red luggage over here. Anyways, it's on its last leg right now, and I was like, you need to get some kind of like duffel bags like that can roll. So I FedEx and all that, they were like, "Yeah, that'll be $3,000." And I was like, "Well, hell I will." Um, so I went and started looking and did YouTube and was getting information for Send My Bag. And I went online and got a quote. And for the first 2 bags, they were charging me $300. I'm like, wow. And they actually pick it up. They literally pick it up from wherever you are, and then they ship it, and then it got to my daughter's house. Now, in the quote, they said it'll take 4 days. So I was actually arriving in Spain on April 9th, and they said it'll get there that day. And I was like, really? It's really gonna get here that. Yeah, it didn't. It got held up in customs. So anyways, I ended up adding another bag, and that was so total, it was like about $500. And yeah, total it was about $500. And it was expensive, but also worth it. It was such a big peace of mind. Even though it did get held up in customs, they literally came, like they said they would be there between 3 and 5. They're DHL subcontractors, but they got to. I was staying with my best friend a few days before I left, and they came, picked it up. I did all the labels. There's clear instructions about how you label your bag and everything, and they picked it up and very professional, wonderful. The customer service for Send My Bag, I have to say, was very, very good. They always answered the phone. I think it sounded like they were Australian or something like that. The customer service must be based out of Australia, I think, but very good customer service. Um, and then I got here and it didn't come. And then me and my daughter were planning on going to Lisbon for a couple of days and it didn't come. It took a week for it to come. It was caught up in customs. I had to pay an extra total about $70 total for customs for duty. Yeah, I'm being stupid. Yeah, I had to pay taxes for receiving the goods. I was kind of scared when they said it was being held up because I thought they were gonna like charge like some crazy amount, like three, four, $500, because I've heard like some people say this. So when they said like one time I had to pay $35 and the other time I had to pay like $33, I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that was my experience. I got it. My problem was that we went to Portugal. I had, I think, one jacket or like kind of a sweater thing. I was cold in Portugal. Yeah, that's the bottom line. We were in Lisbon. I was cold. I didn't have. I had like maybe one or two pair of shoes. Um, Everything was in my luggage that I had shipped over, and so I was kind of a little bare on items when I went to Lisbon with my daughter, and but we ended up just going to like somebody's mall or someplace and getting outfits, and yeah, we were good. I was fine. And by the time we got back from Lisbon, all my stuff was here. They said they inspected it. I went through my bags. One of the zip ties was not broken at all, and I know it was my original zip tie. And then the other ones, I can tell it looked like it was packed the same way when I how I packed it when I packed it myself. So it didn't look like they went through it. It was my stuff was packed up pretty snugly. Yeah, pretty snug. They were pretty snug. So it didn't look like they really went through it, but if something's missing out of that luggage now, I won't know for months. I won't remember because I packed so much stuff. Yeah, one of the things I packed that I wouldn't let go of. Hold on. I still have my cheese grater. I brought that over, and I've used it. I've been cooking a lot more since I've been here, because back in the States, single, I was going out to eat all the time. So I did bring my rotary cheese grater, and I have been cooking here, and I did use it one time, and it just came in so handy. I need to be getting sponsorship for this product. Anyways, yeah. Everything seemed to be in the luggage, so I'm happy about that. There's been no big surprises, and yeah, I'm doing okay. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of the struggles that I experienced with getting ready to come to Spain. Um, just still trying to see everybody. Oh my goodness, trying to see as many of my friends and family before leaving. Um, that was, I don't want to say it was stressful. It wasn't stressful, but it's like I was just so tired at certain points that I had to like cancel sometimes. I had lunch with one of my dear friends. We met up. I was literally right down the street. He had driven like, I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes to meet up with me. And I was so beside myself with all the planning and things in my mind was just going nonstop that we were at lunch at a nice little restaurant and he was talking to me and I just turned to him and was like, "What? What?" I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying and I felt so bad. I've known him now for a few years. And I really felt bad about that. And I apologized to him sincerely. But yeah, trying to see and stay connected with people that, that you care about before you leave. Um, that was stressful too, with everything else. But I'm glad that I did make time for I'm glad that I was able to see some of the people, and the ones that I couldn't see, they understood. There was no ill will or hard feelings about it. They understood that I was on, have other things going on. So that was the hardest part. One of the great things that I got to experience, um, if if well, whoever knows me knows that I'm part of Exodus Summit, and I actually have a WhatsApp group for the women of Texas that are part of the Exodus Summit. And yeah, I we had a big meetup. I want to say like a couple of weeks before I left in Houston, and it was such a great turnout. And we literally had two people that flew in. You know who you are. Hey. Yeah, we had two people that flew in, one being Dee from H&D Abroad. Thank you. And another young lady, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name right now. I feel bad, but she came in. They both literally got pet sits in in Houston just to make sure that they were able to come down. They had, didn't have to worry about paying for a hotel or anything, just to be able to attend this event. And that was a really great experience. I'm so very thankful that I got to see all these wonderful women, and just keep inspiring and keep being inspired. So I'm so thankful for that wonderful experience. Um, yeah, and then I got to pass the torch on, and now, since I'm not in Texas, I'm seeing a lot of women within the WhatsApp group, or excuse me, the Exodus Summit group and the Texas Sisters WhatsApp group, that they're planning more events, and that's a great thing. I'm seeing like events coming up. Like I think I've been seeing events coming up like monthly now, whether it's in Dallas, and I think there's one coming up in Grand Prairie. I think they had a karaoke night sometime in April. So that's really great that that you're meeting up, and you're just sharing your experiences, and just cheering each other on. So I'm really excited about that, and happy that I was able to pass that on. So anybody have questions before I close out my first live? Please do share. So again, I'm thank you guys so much for coming, and being part of my first live. And next week, oh, let me just go ahead and say this while I'm waiting. Next week, so the goal is that I plan to go live around lunchtime, Houston time, every Wednesday, except next Wednesday, because again, I am in Spain. It is 7 hours ahead right now. So it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening right now. But next Wednesday, I actually have to go to Barcelona because I have a week-long pet sit in Barcelona. And I have to take a train from Zaragoza to Barcelona, which gets me there sometime in the evening. And so I'm still going to go live, but it's going to be later. So I've been going to bed since I've been here, probably like about maybe ugh, 1, 2 in the morning, because I still work US hours. Um, but so I'll probably be going live about maybe, I want to say like 2 or 3 o'clock, but I will, let you guys know ahead of time. But then going forward, the goal is that I will be going live at noon Central Standard Time, for Texas, for Chicago, and all that, and for the U.S. time after that. But anybody have questions? Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. I don't see any. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nope. Well, okay. My goal was to actually keep this at an hour, and I did that. Okay, cool. So please do make sure that you like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And next week when I'm talking, we'll probably, well, you know what? I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I know I have a lot to say. I haven't posted videos. I still haven't told everybody about like the rest of my wonderful experience in Mexico. I have one video up regarding Mexico when I was in Puerto Vallarta, and I did not post the other one. So I have stuff to share. I have a whole bunch to talk about. Yeah. Um, so please do make sure that you check me out next week, and we're going to keep this rolling. And I really do like that I don't have to really worry about doing any kind of editing. Okay, this is pretty nice. I think I like this. Um, in the meantime, I hope that if you do have questions, you can reach out to me. I'm locating cozy. On Instagram. I am locating cozy here on YouTube, and yeah, reach out to me. I love to share my experience, share my knowledge, and I like to cheer other women of color on that are really trying to make some positive changes in their life and reduce that stress and just live a better version of what you could ever think of. You could ever see yourself doing. You have options. You have options. You just got to figure them out and get you to where you need to be. Okay. Anyways, thanks, guys. I appreciate the support, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Let's see. How do we do this? Oh, friend and oh, my music. Thank you. Bye. Where's my